Hi sweeties, welcome back to yet another video. This is part 2 of the previous video where we spoke about the wrong reasons to get married. This is just a part 2. It continues to list the wrong reasons to get married. Now if you are new to the channel, you are most definitely welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you like this video, do not forget to click the like button. Let's get to it. We are continuing to talk about the wrong reasons that people get married. Okay, let's get to the first wrong reason in this video. The first wrong reason to get married is getting married because you are unhappy and you think marriage will bring you happiness, and hoping or believing that marriage is your only escape from your current situation. Now, if you feel unhappy in your life for whatever reason, you need to figure out what's causing the unhappiness. It can't be the need for marriage because you've never been married before. So how would you know that being married will make you happy and that marriage is what you need? These are the questions you need to ask yourself when you feel like you are unhappy in your life. Okay, the first question to ask yourself if you find that you are unhappy with your life before you consider getting married. Okay, the first question would be, am I where I need to be in life? If not, where do I want to be? And also, what can I do to get to where I want to be in life? The second question to ask yourself if you are unhappy about your life or your current situation is, what career do I want to pursue and why am I not pursuing it? After figuring out the challenges that are hindering you from pursuing it, figure out how you can overcome them. The third question to ask yourself if you are unhappy with your life or you are dissatisfied with your life for whatever reason is, what kind of life do I want to lead and how best can I get there? The fourth question to ask yourself if you find that you are unhappy with your life is, if it's a situation at home that's making you unhappy, think of a few options that can help you get out of such a situation. Make a list of those options in the order of preference and try and follow them in that order. You might just find that marriage is not even on that list or it's at the bottom of that list. And after going through these questions and the suggested exercise, you might find that marriage is the very list of the things you want or the things you need in life. Therefore, this will help you make informed and well-considered decisions. And it will also help you whether you do actually want to get married or not. Okay, the next wrong reason to get married is if you have just come out of a relationship. Now, oftentimes, people will jump straight into a new relationship as soon as the previous one ends. This is never a good idea because the heart needs time to heal first and your mind needs to come to terms with the changes. So you need to reassess your life in terms of relationships so you can be able to decide what's important to you in terms of relationships and the time and the kind of partner you want, and also what your deal breakers are. Therefore, you basically need to reevaluate your needs and wants in terms of relationships. Jumping into a new relationship will most likely cause you to repeat the same pattern that might end up hurting you, and you might even find yourself settling for whatever you find, even though it's not what you would normally choose. So it's important to take some time off after a relationship and do not jump into marriage with the next person you meet just because you want to soothe a broken heart. The next wrong reason to get married is choosing a partner out of safety. This one is very sensitive because a lot of people are doing it without being aware that they're actually doing it. Now, we know that everyone has a preference in choosing a partner. The world calls it a type. Everyone has a type. Though some people find this term offensive, but we all have different preferences when it comes to choosing a partner or dating. We have a certain type of looks, a certain type of mindset, a certain type of principles, character, personality, behavior, interests, and so much more. Therefore, it is perfectly normal for you to have a specific preference when it comes to the type of partner you want. Don't feel bad about it. Okay? Now, these are the possible instances where one would choose a partner out of safety. Okay, let's dive into the possible instances where one would choose a partner out of safety. The first possible instance is when you have been hurt by your type. Yeah, your type, or someone you would prefer dating. So when you have been hurt by your preference, or also known as your type, you think perhaps if you change and date the opposite of what you would normally prefer, then they wouldn't hurt you. That it would then be safe for you to date someone different just to avoid being hurt. This is by far a huge mistake that most people make. So don't do this, because you might find yourself trying to change them so they can fit into your preference, and that is one of the hardest things anyone can attempt. It's hard enough to change yourself as an individual. How much more when you are trying to change someone else? Someone who does not feel they need to change. Someone who feels comfortable in who they are. So getting married under these circumstances will mean spending your entire life trying to change this person instead of building the marriage and growing together. This situation will leave you exhausted and depressed. You will even end up resenting marriage. Another form of choosing a partner out of safety is when you grew up in an abusive home or an abusive environment. Whichever form of abuse. And when you have to choose a partner, you compare them with the abuser. And what you would normally do is go for the exact opposite of the abuser when it comes to choosing a partner. You'd compare everything: the looks, the height, the profession, the habits, the interests. Growing up under such conditions has a way of influencing your choices. It will influence your choices a great deal because you will be operating from a place of hurt, depression, and anger, and you just want to create an environment of peace for yourself and your future family. So you will choose a partner based on the exact opposite of the abuser. So if you make choices out of such conditions, or if your choices are influenced by such aspects, then you don't really make a choice based on what you like or what you prefer. It would be mainly for what seems safe for you. Remember, these things we experience in our upbringing play a big role in our decision making. It could be good or bad. Oftentimes, we are never aware of the influence until we've healed from it. So never make a decision of choosing a partner because you are trying to get away from an abusive environment, or choosing a partner out of safety. It's important to be aware of your emotions, especially if you've been through any unpleasant circumstances. You need to heal from everything and anything that hurt you, it be your upbringing or your previous relationship, before you consider a lifetime commitment with someone. If you get into a marriage with all this emotional baggage, you will definitely bleed on your spouse, even though they aren't the cause. And their mistakes will also trigger the hurt you are suppressing, which will in turn make your marriage unpleasant. Understand that accepting what happened and moving on doesn't mean you've healed. It means your mind is clear on what had happened and you've made a decision to accept the situation and walk away. However, your heart still needs time to let go and heal. You still need to go for therapy and speak to someone just to let it all out and allow room for healing. Healing takes time, so give time some time. Going into a marriage in hopes that it will heal you is wrong, as this would mean that you are expecting your spouse or partner to heal wounds they never inflicted, and you'd be getting into a marriage for the wrong reason, which will be unfair to yourself, your partner, and especially to the children that might be born in your union. Okay, now if you liked this video so far, please hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you do not miss out on future uploads. Now, I can't remember what number I'm on when it comes to the list of wrong reasons to get married. I'm just going to keep going. Another thing is, do not settle. When you settle, you end up with less than you settled for. I strongly believe that women like it when they are learning something, upgrading from a man. They like it when a man teaches them things that are of a high lifestyle or something outside of their norm. They really like it when a man introduces them to new things. By this, I am not saying that women cannot teach men. I am saying this because the habit of settling is mostly done by women. A woman will settle for a man just because that man has put an offer of marriage or a commitment on the table. Though she sees that their values aren't the same, his way of thinking isn't the kind she prefers, his habits aren't what she prefers, his belief systems aren't aligned with hers, she would settle for him in hopes of changing and upgrading him. It's important for both men and women not to settle. Bishop T.D. Jakes summarized it so well when he said, "Human beings are not equal in capacity. You could be a 10-gallon person needing love from a 10-pint-sized person. They could be giving you love and everything the best way they know how, but it still doesn't fill you up because you are operating on a higher level. They would have given you all they've got, but your cup could still not be full because your cup is too big. This will leave you feeling dissatisfied and full of blame. Therefore, settling is never a good solution. It's better to be alone than to be in a union where that capacity isn't complementary." Okay, in this video, we are going to do this as the last one, and we are going to have a part 3 of the wrong reasons to get married. Now let us continue and do this one as the last one for this particular video. Now, if you have not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, the last wrong reason for getting married in this particular video is if the marriage proposal comes after a breakup and you are trying to get back together. If you and your partner break up and a while later decide to get back together, and just to make this reconciliation solid, a man will, in most cases, propose marriage. The man will do this just to convince a woman that he is serious about her this time around. I've seen this in a lot of relationships, and men thinking this is the best strategy, yet unaware of the repercussions later on in life. And women usually accept this kind of proposal thinking it has a deeper meaning. You know, like it means he has changed, or he has realized she's a good woman, or he has learned what it's like to lose her and whatnot. And therefore, because he has tasted what it's like to lose her, he will never hurt her again and that they will build a life together, only to subject herself to the same situation that led to their breakup in the first place. She'll always find herself in a position to fight for simple decency, such as respect and planning, building together, time. And she will be subject to constant forgiving of the same patterns and end up accepting such as her reality. In such instances, a man needs to learn to own up when he's messed up on a good woman, thinking the grass was greener on the other side. A man needs to realize his mistakes and negative behavior and the factors which influenced his actions. He needs to accept that he lost a good woman and never bother her anymore. Or simply try not to repeat the same mistake with the next woman. Or if he decides that he wants her back, try and build a relationship first and see if it works before he pops the question. Because a marriage proposal is never the solution to a relationship that did not work or that ended in a breakup. That's all we have in this video. Thank you for joining me on Life on the Table with Noxolo M. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you do not miss out on the future uploads. For more of the wrong reasons to get married, please be on the lookout for my next video, as I am going to be doing a part 3 on this topic. Till next time.